Jay, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit. Oh, Jay, you suck.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look at a camera and I talk to myself. What's up, everybody? Excuse me for a moment while I cough. Of course, water goes down the wrong pipe right when I start the podcast. Of course it does. Of course, God goes, let me fucking choke up your lungs right before you're supposed to talk for an hour. Let's do that. Let's fuck your whole shit up right before you're about to be on mic. Yeah, thank you, God. You're great. You're a great guy. Or woman, or they, or whoever the fuck. If God exists, he's all things, right? For sure. He's all genders because we're made in his image, right? I was asking my mom that the other day. Hey, if we're made in God's image, isn't he everything, the bad and the good? She's like, well, and I go, or is it just like physically the image of God? If we're physically just the image of God, then God must be all genders, all biological parts, everything, right? Or is it the humanity of him? Or is our humanity God's image? Or is that its own separate thing? And my mom goes, I'll have to look into it. All right, look into it then, okay? Because if I'm going to hop on board for Christianity or any other religion, I need to know what's going on. I don't know what I'm saying. Dude, I'm all pissed off right now. I don't know if whoever watches the podcast, the window, dude. Fuck it. I hate this window, bro. I don't have money. Well, I have other lights, but here's the thing. I don't have enough light to fucking offset the window behind me, right? So if it's overcast, the window looks fine because it's overcast because God is helping me out with the clouds. But then God sometimes goes, "Hey Jake, you're going to do your podcast? The sun's out, you fuck." And then I tried to order corrective gels online for my other light. They're too thick. They're not what I ordered. Anyway, none of this matters if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm just letting you know where my head's at. I'm a little frustrated right now because of this fucking window. God, why can't it just rain every Saturday, huh? If rain dancing worked, I would do it every Saturday, have a nice overcast, don't have to worry about this window, one light works, it's all good. But no, dude, it's got to be sunny as fuck. People have to enjoy this day, you know what I'm saying? This is probably a great day for most people, and even me if I didn't shoot this podcast today, because I'd be like, oh, it's sunny, it's warm, it's nice, let's go for a stroll. No, dude. Isn't it weird? I thought COVID was I talked about this, right? I thought COVID would kill out the whole, it's warm, let's go walk. It hasn't. This whole neighborhood, anytime it's warm, there's 30 fucking people at a time walking down the road. Social distancing doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? It exists in New York City probably. I don't know, I haven't been there since this pandemic started, but I don't know, man. It seems pretty voluntary at this point. At least where I'm living. Social distancing is enforced in the part of businesses not being open, right? And things being locked down. But not in the personal practice of people. We don't really listen, man. I went to a gas station the other day and it's weird. I think I talked last week about mask shaming, right? That's already happening, dude. You don't have your shit on. People telling on other people. You guys know this, right? In LA, the mayor was like, hey, I'll give you I think it was money rewards if you if you tell the CDC about people hugging. What? Don't do that, dude. Like, be safe, stay home. Don't be a rat. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I don't know. It's very strange though. I don't like people. It's like I said last week. People are doing it for themselves. That's what bothers me. The person who also, it's like people are going to start ratting on people just for the financial reward. Like, don't give a financial incentive to telling on people, because then people are just going to lie. Okay? We live in a world where a black family has a barbecue, and remember that woman? She just called the cops because she's like, hey, I don't know. I don't like what's going on over there. I see smoke and black people. I don't like what's going on. They're having a barbecue, ma'am. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. Sorry, my racism flared up. My bad. Right? We live in a country of that. So, like, it's not good to incentivize people to tattletale, because we already have fucking piece of shit tattletalers in this world, and you don't need to give them a reason to do it more. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to flare up already bad feelings people have for one another. All right? Does any of that make sense? Who the fuck knows? What I'm saying is, don't rat on people. If you want to also, don't yell at people. Just, can't you nicely tell somebody, like, hey, you should probably have your mask on? Like, why does it have to be an asshole way? It doesn't have to be an asshole way. It's just that the people who really want to say it are assholes. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a polite way to tell somebody, like, hey, you're being loud right now. You know, if you're in a movie theater and someone's yelling, there's a way to be like, hey, could you be quiet? And there's the other way where it's like, hey, can you shut the fuck up? Like, do the be quiet way. But here's also the thing, or you don't say anything, which is what most people do. They don't say shit. They just watch and go, oh, what the fuck? I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying is social distancing seems voluntary. You know why? Because even when it's enforced, it's not. I went to the gas station the other day, and I had a perfect example of what I think is going to happen when quarantine is lifted. Because I keep telling people, no one's going to follow the social distancing rules. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not someone saying you shouldn't follow them. I think you should. You know, people are dying. We should probably prevent that. So if social distancing is working, which it seems like it is, we should probably do it. But here's the thing. There are just going to be people who don't do it. It's just going to happen. I don't know how you would force them to do it. I don't know. It's going to be tough. But here's the thing. Here's how this is people right now. And this is like a perfect microcosm of what's going to happen. And what already just happened. But I went to this tiny gas station, this tiny fucking gas station, where you should be wearing a mask. Even if it wasn't enforced, you should be wearing one just because it's so close. I went there like the first couple of days of quarantine, and I felt bad, and this was before you had to wear a mask. And I was like, hey, maybe I should be wearing something. Anyway, now I was like, it's a tiny, tiny place. I'll put the mask on. Also, I got inside. There were signs all over the place. It's now enforced to wear a mask in a public space in New York. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess now it's law. Or at least it's enforced. I don't know. Anyway, I'm the only person in there with a mask on. The two people working there have masks on. This guy comes up. This fucking... He's the guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just a guy. He's got like gelled black hair. He's like, oh, yo, that fucking, you know what I'm saying? He was definitely a Guinea, like he was definitely Italian. He's definitely from my bloodline. He just, and was like, oh, I don't know how to explain him any better than that. He looked like John Travolta, but manly. That's what he looked like, dude. Right? John Travolta, except not as sweet and just like more masculine and, oh, dude, I gotta wear a mask? He was like that. Anyway, he comes in and he goes, oh, dude, because he sees the sign. And he's like, I don't have a... And the guy working there just goes, oh, it's all good, don't worry about it. And the guy just comes in right behind me and then gets online. And then I leave and then he just walks past me. No mask, fucking... silver chain, the works. He's a guinea, bro. But here's the thing. It's like, that's what's going to happen. Hey, Brian, the guy working there seemed to like know the guy, or the guy's a regular at the gas station. So he was just like, hey, buddy, yeah, you don't need a mask. And that's what I've been wondering about bars too. Whenever bars open, it's going to be weird loyalty customer shit. That's going to make people get sick more, you know? It's going to be a lot of like, hey, Brian, I know you for years. You don't need the mask. And then it's going to cause another customer to be an asshole and be like, well, why does he not have to wear one? I'm not going to wear one. And then the guy's going to be like, well, no, you have to wear one. And it's going to be fucked, dude. How many lawsuits are, like, businesses are going to be closing down just by the fact that no one's, well, not no one, but there are going to be a lot of people who don't want to go out and a lot of people who do want to go out. Business is going to be cut in half, probably. At best. I don't know. I wonder if it's going to be like 70% of people. I think it's going to be a 70-30 split. I think it's going to be either 70% of people are like, fuck this, I'm staying home still. I don't want to get sick. And then 30% are going to be like, I don't give a shit, man. Quarantine's up. I'm fine. I gotta fuck and drink and get out there, baby. Just like, I don't give a fuck, people. Or it's going to be the other way around. 70%, listen, I got to go back to work. I don't give a fuck. I'm not wearing a mask. It makes me breathe funny. And then 30% like, no, I'm never going to a restaurant again. I don't know what the split's going to be, but I feel like it's going to be a 70-30 split. But here's the thing. Businesses are going to be closing down already. But there's going to be so many lawsuits, right? Because there's going to be so many skirting of the rules like that of like, hey, Tommy, I know you, come in without a mask. And then someone's going to get COVID and then there's going to be a lawsuit. How many businesses are going to close down just because of that? You know what I'm saying? Also, what's going to happen when the quarantine is lit? Like, our cops, I don't know. Because right now cops are like in lockdown spots, but they're nowhere to be found because they're not trying to get COVID. I don't know what's going on, man. Who knows, dude? It's not good. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anyway. I'm confused. Dude. I live in a constant state of confusion. Don't you? Am I the only one? I just feel like all the time, nowadays, I don't even remember when this, I mean, there's always been parts of my life, you know, there's always been moments where I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand this. But I feel like now more than ever, I'm always just like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. And people come up to you like, you know what's happening? Like they know very well what's happening. And then you just go, I don't know. I don't know, man. Did you hear what was said by that person? No, I don't know. What is it? They said this. Okay. How do you feel about it? You told me what they said and I still don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The guy from the store where they sell coffee, he said about chicken. What? He said that about chicken and like he said steak. No. Okay, dude. I don't know what you're saying. That's what it sounds like to me. Whenever like controversial shit that doesn't matter happens. Oh my God. They said that you should do this, but it should have been this. And I know it should have been this because I'm an expert, but I'm not an expert. But I knew even though they didn't know. Hey man, what are you to? Who's they? The news said this, but I was this, and I know this because the news. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know what? This is gibberish to me, man. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't, but that's the point. I don't know what's happening. I'm not making sense because when I hear people speak, it sounds like that fucking filter on Instagram to me. That's what it sounds like when people say things about things I don't understand. You come and talk to me about a movie. Hey, dude, you see that movie? Yeah, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's talk about the new Halloween. Did you like it? I thought it was pretty good. Oh, let's dissect it. But when you come up to me like, I'm like, Ellen DeGeneres? What's going on? I don't know. I can't do the Instagram filter. There's no way I'm going to figure out the gibberish you're fucking spewing out of your face. I don't know what you're saying. These are topics that don't concern me. I don't know. I'm just going crazy in this quarantine. It's just like I feel like so many people, they don't even know what to talk about right now, right? That's the most frustrating thing. Like people don't even know what to talk about or what to focus on or who to get mad at or what. And you know what the real problem is? People can't just stop. This is like a moment where you're supposed to stop. You're supposed to calm down. You're supposed to literally freeze in place. It's called shelter in place, but we're playing freeze tag and you're frozen, okay? You're frozen. Stop moving. Just chill. Watch old movies. Be nostalgic. Write a story. Whatever, man. Whatever. There's so many people. Here's the thing. Listen, I'm privileged myself, right? I'm somebody who is very privileged right now. I don't have to worry about much. Okay? This pandemic's not going to put me on the street, thank God. I'm fortunate enough where that's a thing, all right? But I also know a lot of people who are like that. And the thing is, people who are in that position, what we should just be doing is shutting up and chilling out. But there's people who just like they can't. They need to be do like something, you know? Something of their body needs to be going whether it's coming, yelling at somebody, being right about something, winning an argument, there has to be some sort of excretion from their body. Do you know what I'm saying? Some form of satisfied. That's what they need. They require it, right? And now is a time where it's like, no, this is the most unsatisfying time of your life. There's nothing that can be done. Chill out. There's no for the time being, okay? Stop looking for and start just okay? Just being That's what we should be doing. Okay. Oh, man. You guys don't know what I'm talking about because I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's all good. It's fun. It's fun what we're doing here. It's very, I'm having a good time. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's quarantine. I've just been getting nostalgic, dude. I've just been watching old shit. I've said this already, right? Eating ice cream, watching old movies. It's a good time, man. It's not the worst, you know? Trying to get some work done. Bought a mouse. Wow, man. Birthdays get simple, huh? That's what I got for my birthday. For my birthday, because I get presents from like one person. I get presents from like, if I'm dating someone at the time, and maybe my parents. And it's not even, that's the thing, is like when you get older for your birthday, you don't get presents unless you're like, it's not even presents. It's more just like, hey, I don't want to pay for this one thing. Could you just pay for it? And they're like, yeah, it's your birthday. At least that's how it goes in my family. We don't like me and my brothers, we don't get each other shit for our birthday. And it's nothing personal. It's like we just, who gives a fuck? We're just not a birthday family, I guess. I don't know. My mom loves her birthday. My dad acts like he doesn't give a shit, but if you don't say happy birthday to him, he's pretty annoyed about it. My dad, he's such a fucking fake tough guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just always like, yeah, I don't care. And then you say something, he's like, what? We'll argue with you. He doesn't make any sense, my dad. He's so strange. My dad didn't want to watch Breaking Bad, right? And then I was like, you guys have to watch it. It's really good. When it was on. You have to watch it. It's so good, right? And a spoiler alert for Breaking Bad. Come on, guys. You have to watch it by now. If you're not watching Better Call Saul right now, I don't know what you're doing. You're not a Breaking Bad fan. Who are all these fucking people who watched Breaking Bad and loved Breaking Bad? And then I go, hey, have you watched Better Call Saul? And they're like, no, I haven't. What are you doing, dude? I was worried about Better Call Saul when they first announced it. And they were like, it's a half-hour comedy or whatever the rumor was. I was like, oh no, this sounds terrible. Then I watched the first episode and went, oh wait, they just continued Breaking Bad. If you are on the fence about Better Call Saul or you don't know anything about it, let me tell you something right now. Did you watch Breaking Bad? If the answer is yes, if the answer is you loved it, then go watch Better Call Saul because it's just Breaking Bad. It's the same exact tone and drama and tension. It's the same delivery. It's the same fucking beautifully shot, perfectly crafted cinematic television that Breaking Bad is. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. Okay? Do what I do. Wait till the season's over, binge the whole fucking thing. I'm doing it right now. I watched half of the show last night. I watched 5 hours of the fucking show last night. Not even yesterday. Last night. Anyway, my dad, he's weird. I forced him to watch Breaking Bad, right? He gets to the part where Walt has a guy in his basement. It's like the third episode, I think. And he's got to decide whether or not he's going to kill him. And my dad was like traumatized by this. And then he ends up killing him because the guy tries to kill him, and then Walt has to kill him in self-defense. So the decision becomes easier. But my dad was devastated by it. He's like, I can't watch this show. I can't. It's too messed up. And I go, why can't you watch it? He goes, because it's messed up. It's too dark. And I go, no, you just don't want to watch it because the show is working. He's like, it's so hard to watch him do that. Like, I don't want him to kill somebody. And I'm like, yeah, but you know that it's a difficult decision that he has to make, right? And that's the reason, is because you feel the difficult decision. Because he, like you, is a father. So basically what's happening is the show is killing it on all levels, and you're fucking feeling what you should be feeling. And my dad's like, I don't know. And then I guess he thought about it and was like, yeah, all right. Well, I guess the show is working on me. Let's go watch it. And they end up watching the whole fucking show, and they loved it. They loved every second of it. My dad was like, that's an amazing show, right? But now I go, hey, you should watch Better Call Saul. And he goes, I don't like Breaking Bad. What? My parents love Game of Thrones, right? And they still are like, oh, Game of Thrones is great. But for some reason, Breaking Bad doesn't exist in my head. Anything that's complete bullshit, my dad likes, and anything that's realistic, my dad hates. That's how it goes. But then anything that's realistic, he's like, this is bullshit. Does that make sense? He likes Game of Thrones and will continue to like Game of Thrones because of dragons. You know what I'm saying? It's the same reason why he loves the Bible, and my parents love the Bible, because walking on water into wine, duplicating the loaves of bread, magic. Anything with magic, my parents are like, this isn't reality. This is sick. I don't know what that says. I hope they're having happy lives, but I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they want some hardcore escapism. They're like, anything that doesn't remind me of my existence is sick to me. No, that's too dark. I don't believe that. I think they're having a wonderful life. I don't know. But it's annoying. My dad, we were watching Batman. Have I told this story? It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell it again. I was watching Batman with my dad years ago. The Dark Knight Rises. Or I was just watching the opening scene because I saw that they were watching it. And we watched the whole airplane thing. And Bane's like, oh, no one cared who I was before I put on the mask. Dude, they fucked up that movie, huh? You know what happened with that movie? You know why his voice sounded so, like, not in the movie? because it's all ADR'd. Because what happened was they released footage. They released that airplane scene. Maybe you guys know this already, but they released that airplane scene as like an IMAX exclusive when you saw Mission Impossible, and they had his voice sounding more like it was actually coming through that mask, but he was very difficult to understand. And people complained about it hardcore. People were like, Bane sounds like shit. Bane sounds terrible. Guess what? He sounded good, dude. It made it grittier and more realistic and fucking dope that you couldn't quite understand him. Add subtitles, you know? Don't fucking ADR his voice so it sounds like God is talking from the sky. Oh, I am Bane. I am God of the world. No, dude. Just have it subtitled and have him be like, oh, Batman. And you're like, oh, I don't really know what he's saying, but I kind of do. You kept Batman's voice, the stupid fucking, where is he? You couldn't keep Bane's voice not how everyone loves it. How come you, come on, Nolan. Nolan, you were so steadfast with Batman's voice, even though it was every meme ever. And this was when memes weren't even memes. You know what I'm saying? And it was every meme. Just, oh, this voice fucking sucks. Which I don't agree with, by the way. The voice doesn't bother me. But with the Bane thing, a couple of people are pissed in the IMAX screening, and you back down? Come on, dude. I'm not going to blame Nolan. I'm going to blame the producers, because Nolan makes a lot of fucking good decisions. So I don't know. I bet you maybe it was a producer thing. I'm sure Nolan put up a fight. Anyway, we watched that scene, Bane. They fucking shoot out of the airplane. The rest of the airplane falls. They're on the fucking grappling hook that's attached to the helicopter. They're floating through the sky. Whatever. And my dad, and it's a great scene. The opening of that movie's awesome. And my dad just goes, this is a real BS movie, huh? And I just look at him and I go, it's Batman. And my dad goes, what? I go, it's Batman. It's a comic book movie. Yeah, it's not real. It's a superhero movie. And he goes, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Anyway, it's still BS. Anyway, it's still a BS movie. What does that mean, dude? All movies are BS movies. No movies are real, okay? They're all bullshitting at some point. Walter White, you know, would a chemistry teacher actually become a crime kingpin? No, but they make the journey believable enough where it's a good time, okay? My dad will call Breaking Bad BS and Batman BS, but then he'll watch fucking Steven Seagal and be like, this is real fighting. What? I'll take you to the bank, the blood bank. That's not BS to you? That's the most BS shit of all time. Steven Seagal hurting someone is the most bullshit fucking thing for me to believe of all time. And yet you don't watch that and go, this is garbage? Anyway, that's the end of the first half. The timer went off. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's just, we're back. Anyway, what's up? We're back. But yeah, it's just annoying. It's annoying. Steven Seagal is the most bullshit of all time. Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's split kicking people? I don't even know. What's that movie called? Fight to the Death or whatever it's called? Bloodbath? Bloodsport? That's not bullshit, that fucking movie? Bunch of dudes fighting to the death? Jean-Claude Van Damme winning? I don't know. It's strange. The Dark Knight is considered one of the most, of superhero movies, it's considered one of the most realistic. Okay? Obviously, it's not realistic. It's Batman. But suspension of disbelief. They made it as realistic as possible. Okay? How can you watch that and go, this is bullshit, but Hard to Kill is not? And to be fair, The Dark Knight Rises is the most of those movies like, hey, what's going on here? I don't know. Maybe Batman Begins is more what's going on here. They gassed that whole city with fear toxin. Also, Batman kills Ra's al Ghul in the first movie. Does everyone forget that? Like, they go so hardcore in those movies, in the second and third one, of like, Batman doesn't kill people, and yet in the first movie, he kills Ra's al Ghul. They're on the train, and he was like, I forget what Liam Neeson says, but he says something like, you're going to break your one rule. He says something about murder or whatever. And Batman just goes, I don't have to save you. And he goes off the train, and the train crashes, and Ra's al Ghul dies. Hey, that's at least manslaughter, okay? No, that's first-degree murder, dude. That's premeditated. You're like knowingly going, yeah, you're gonna die. Fuck it. And you leave the train? How is that not killing him? Didn't he cause the train to fucking to explode and derail too? Like he orchestrated the moment that kills Ra's al Ghul, doesn't he? Like he killed him. First movie, he killed him. And then what? The whole Dark Knight, he's like, I can't kill the Joker? What are you talking about? You just killed the villain in the last one. The end of Batman Begins is like if in The Dark Knight, when he throws the Joker and then grappling hooks him, if he then cut the line and says, I don't have to save you after this line is cut. It's like, what? No, you don't, but you'll be murdering him. Like, what are you talking about? Also, how does Two-Face die in The Dark Knight? Listen, I don't want to break apart the Batman films. I like them a lot. Christopher Nolan's Batman movies are great. But again, I was always confused by Two-Face jumps off the building with Batman, and Harvey Dent is dead, but Batman's not, even though they both fall from the same fucking height. Is it because Batman has armor on? They didn't explain that. Why is Harvey Dent dead? Is it because he's suffering from those fucking burns? Also, how is Harvey Dent not just in the most excruciating pain of all time? You know? They didn't show him taking painkillers or anything like that. He must be taking them. The whole half of his face and torso were burnt off. How is he not just like groaning? If that movie was going to be realistic, he would just be going, that scene where he drinks the shot that the guy was about to have, and then he wipes his fucking fleshy face. How is that not just the most painful thing of all time? Dude, if you scrape your hand against pavement, I cry like a little fucking baby. You're telling me that rubbing out the liquor from your fucking fleshy open wound face wouldn't just have you going, oh fuck. I guess my dad's right. They're real BS movie. They're fucking a guy with two faces. That's fucking bullshit. But my point is, of course it is. It's Batman. They got you to believe it. I guess, I don't know. I guess they just don't get my dad to believe it. My dad can believe in Steven Seagal slowly knocking people out, slowly pushing people. That's how he fights. He just kind of fucking like yanks people and pushes them. I don't know if that's true because my memory of Steven Seagal movies are very hazy, but I remember a lot of slow-moving fights. A lot of, hey, this fight wouldn't go down like this in real life. They would just punch you in the face. I don't know, man. Quarantine, huh? I'm wondering how quarantine will change our behavior going forward in general. Like, there's going to be a lot of gratefulness. Like, just being grateful about restaurants and bars and just like the things that you took for granted that were always existing and open before. Now now you're really going to be like, wow, I think there are going to be a lot of people living it up after the quarantine is over. That's the thing too, where I don't know or if how well social distancing will work when a quarantine is lifted. I think that's part of the reason why they're so cautious about it and so like, hey, we can't. From watching Cuomo, I think Cuomo understands New York City very well. He's been mayor of the state for a while. I think he understands what New York people are like. And New York people are like, hey, fuck it. The bar's open again? I'ma get a drink. I said this before. There's a reason why they shut it all down the week of St. Paddy's Day. And it's not because things were getting bad. It's because they knew for a fact if people in New York City, if St. Paddy's Day, if bars were open on St. Paddy's Day during this pandemic, all of New York City would be dead. Which, of course, is an exaggeration, but every Irish person and idiot would be dead. That's what would have happened. No, not every Irish person. There are sensible Irish people who know better than anyone that St. Paddy's Day is a fucking terrible holiday. They disassociate completely. They go, "No, I'm not Irish today. I'm not. I don't want to be associated with these fucking idiots." And then a bunch of other dummies are like, "I'm Irish today." Oh, what? A bunch of un-Irish people are like, "Hey, today I'm a fucking leprechaun. Hey, I'm fucking..." Dude, imagine that. Dude, bars would have been packed. It's a theory of mine, but it's definitely true. Come on, Cuomo knew. Cuomo himself was like, if the bars are open on St. Paddy's Day, I might go, dude. I'm a New York guinea. I think I'm Irish on St. Paddy's Day. I'm going to go get fucking wasted. I got to shut this shit down for my own sake. I don't want my family to die because I'm a fucking asshole who needs to drink on Green Day. On Clover Day. I don't know, but speaking of drunks, speaking of getting wildly drunk, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this. I've thought about this a lot, about like maybe quarantine will change people's behaviors. You know, maybe it'll change the way people socialized before. I don't know. It's like maybe people won't, every weekend go out and be like, dude, let's fuck. Maybe that mentality would change a little bit, right? What is that? I don't understand that. Why is that a thing? Why is it like cool? It isn't cool, by the way. Well, it isn't. But why is there perception that like the thing to do, the cool thing is like on the weekend, or the need is, yo, bro, we gotta go get fucking wasted and then find girls and fucking fuck, bro. Why is that the cool? I've had scenarios in my life where I'm talking to somebody and they're like, what'd you do on Friday? Or excuse me, what'd you do on Friday? And I go, oh, I played a video game. I ordered some Chinese food. Had the Chinese food, played some video games, watched a movie, jerked off. It was great. It was a nice night in. And they go, oh, dude, what are you, a loser, dude? You stayed in on Friday? And I'm like, what'd you do? And they're like, oh, dude, we went to this bar. Well, first we pregame. First we had 7 shots each at my apartment because, we're trying to save money. First of all, uncool thing to say. We're trying to save money. You know what's uncool to say? Let's pregame. Hey, what? No. Let's all get wasted and incoherent before we even get to the bar. Yeah, that's sick. And then we went to the bar. We met some girls that we don't even like as people, but they fucking were all right looking. So then they kind of like drunk enough where like they thought about us like they're all right. I need a fuck. And then we both fucked each other. And then in the morning when we woke up, we were both like, this sucks, but we got laid. And then we went back home and we fucking were like, dude, let's do that on Saturday too. How fucking sick is that, bro? It's not, dude. That's you just bummed me out. How is that the cool story? When I feel bad for you telling me about your night. There was this kid in my high school one time, and he said something that was so fucking dumb and just like hack and boring that I hated him. From that point on, I hated him. I hated him for the rest of my life. He used to be my friend. I hated him for the rest of my life. Because he said one time, he went to this party, and I guess he got blackout drunk, and somebody, like, after the weekend, it was Monday at school, and somebody said to him, hey, how was your weekend? He goes, I don't remember it, so it must have been awesome. And I went, oh, man, you suck, huh? Oh, man, that's fucking stupid, huh? Must have been sick, because I don't remember all of my garbage to sit. What are you talking about, dude? How is that fun to not remember? I don't know. I'm not of that mindset. If you want to get blackout drunk, have a good time. But for me, it's stupid as fuck. I would like to remember things, you know? I would like to get drunk enough to have a good time, and you can like do crazy things and like have a wild night, but don't you want to remember it? Isn't that the whole point of having a wild night, is so you remember it and can re-fucking live it, dude? You might as well have gone to sleep if you're going to black out. At least you're not damaging any people's souls when you go to sleep, you know? Who knows what the fuck you're doing blacked out? Anyway, yeah, I hate that kid. Saw him a couple years ago, and he says to me, I guess he just kept blacking out, man. I guess he continued that path, because the next time I saw him, I hadn't seen him in years, and he goes, hey, yo, what's up, man? I go, oh, what's up? He goes, yo, you look just like you do on Instagram. And I go, yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I posted something today. I mean, yeah, I look how I did a couple hours ago when I posted a picture of myself. And then he goes, yo, And then we all laughed because we're like, that's a dumb thing to say. And then he goes, yo, I made it funny. And then I was like, I think I lost a portion of my brain just having that conversation, for sure. And I'm not talking about a couple brain cells. I'm talking about a quarter of my brain was lost. That's why I'm confused all the time. Because after that moment, I was like, oh, yeah, man, I'm good. That was the last clear sentence I heard. After that sentence, I was like, yeah, everyone's going to be gibberish now in my brain, because if I hear another sentence like that, it's over. I'm going to have a permanent blackout if I hear something like that again. Oh, I made it funny. Nah, man, you didn't make a funny. You made a nothing. Think about saying the word, I made a funny. Think about saying that as an adult. I made a funny. If you say the sentence, I made a funny, you know what I know? You've never been funny in your life. I don't think you've ever made someone laugh intentionally, ever. I made a funny. Basically, what happens to him is he hears people laugh and he goes, oh, I did that. Yeah. You didn't, though, man. I mean, you did, but you didn't. You weren't making a joke. You were saying something. Why did you say to me, you look like you do on Instagram? Like, that's the thing you have to say? You haven't seen somebody in years and that's the thing you say? I don't know. I mean, I remember it. At least it was memorable, I guess. I don't know. I'm being a dick. He's a nice guy. He's fine. I like him. He's a nice guy. I'm lying. I love him. I love him dearly. He's awesome. Anyway. Yeah, it's not cool. I don't think it's cool. I've never thought that was cool. I think it's weird that the perception is that that's dope. Getting wasted and fucking people you don't like. Why is that? That's not. Hey man, I've done it. I've had sex and had a one night stand with somebody I didn't enjoy their company, and they didn't really enjoy mine. What's the point of that? Seriously, what is the point of that? I don't get it. Can someone explain to me why it's fun? Because whenever I talk to people who do it, they're having a bad time. They say it's good though, but then you look into their eyes and their soul is dying. Their fucking chest hurts and they go, yeah, man, I hooked up with this girl the other night. It was crazy. And then they go like this. They let out a weird little, a sigh of, I need to change things. That's what it is. It's a knowing sigh of, I'm lying, man. And then the saddest thing is people have those nights because they think that it makes people think like, oh man, they're getting after it. It doesn't, man. It makes me think you need some help, man. You want to talk to somebody? Every single one of those guys too is like, I should have never broke up with Gianna. They're all like that. All of them. They all have an ex that they fucking can't let go of. It's sad, dude. Every dude I've ever met who like is a player, who's like killing it, who's like fucking everybody, they're always like, Cynthia. Like they're always some bad name of their ex. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not trying to shit on people's names, but some people's names fucking suck, okay? Gianna? It's too Italian. Cynthia, don't like it. Raquel, hate the name. Certain names fucking suck, man. Just is what it is. Yeah. Anyway. Barbara? Yeah. Barbara. Here's the thing though about shitty names. All it takes to think a name is not shitty anymore is to like somebody with a fucking shitty name. Like I used to get annoyed at people with like old people's names, but then all it took was like for me to be like attracted to somebody with an old person's name where I was like, no, it's not so bad. I don't mind it. That's all it takes for you to not dislike anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything you dislike severely, all it takes is for it to be associated with someone who you're attracted to, and you go, never mind, I'm cool with it. Oh, rollerblading is the dumbest thing ever. She loves rollerblading? I kind of like it now. Anything. The worst thing imaginable. The thing that you're most opposed to. That's why, okay, so there was this protest, right? There was this protest recently for against the quarantine. I forget what it specifically was called, but it was against quarantine. And perfect example. All the major outlets were pushing this photo of this woman. Maybe I'll put it up, but like maybe I'll put it on the video if you're watching the video. But this photo of this woman, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's this woman holding a Trump sign. She's holding a sign that says "My Body, My Choice" and it has like a Ghostbuster symbol around like a face mask. You know, like I don't need a like fuck face mask, or I ain't afraid of no ghost. I ain't afraid of no face mask. I don't need a face mask. Anyway, the Ghostbuster symbol, you know what I'm saying. It's not allowed. I don't want face mask. Whatever it means specifically. Anyway, she's holding that sign. It says, "My Body, My Choice," Ghostbuster symbol around the face mask, and then it says Trump 2020. And you look at this woman, and she's beautiful. She's the most beautiful. And here's the thing. Everyone's showing this image, and I get it, because the woman's not only beautiful, but she looks like a beautiful feminist. Like she looks like the person who'd be protesting an actual "My Body, My Choice" thing, right? It's a photo where you look at it and you go, what is happening? Like she looks like she was at the Women's March saying like, she looks pro-abortion and yet she's holding this sign that's stealing its slogan. It's baffling. So I get why BuzzFeed posts it, because I don't like BuzzFeed, but they're baffled by it because they're like, wait a second, she looks like one of our employees. And then the right news outlets push it because they're like, look how beautiful this woman is. She's a Trump supporter. Like, but that's what I'm saying about, like, anything will get you, like, being attracted to someone will get you to think about liking anything. Like, don't use that photo, dude. If you're BuzzFeed, don't use that photo, because I am looking at it being like, you're going, isn't this wild? Look at the sign she's holding. And I'm looking, and as soon as I see her in the photo, I go, who's that? I go, wow, my body, that's a weird sign. Wait, who is this person? Trump, she's a Trump supporter? What? I'm not going to vote. I didn't vote for him. I wouldn't vote for him. Is she going to be at the rally, though? Like, if I go to a rally, could I meet her? No, I'm not going to go to one. I won't go to one. But, like, I could meet her, though, right? She'll be there. Dude, she's fucking beautiful, dude. Who is that? That's what it is, man. Listen, I'm not a fan of the guy. Don't like him. But for a minute, I was like, if it gets me closer to whoever this person is, I might, I might have to change my points of view if I can kiss her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how much an attractive person will fucking change your goddamn mind. Or will almost get you to change your mind. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, if we're being realistic, no BS shit, as my dad would say, it's a real BS conversation. I saw the photo and went, oh, it's a very attractive woman. That's a weird sign she's holding. I mean, that was the end result. But I'm telling you, there was an intense fucking 30 seconds to several minutes where I was like, oh man, that woman is beautiful. What the fuck is happening? She is so fucking cute. Oh my God. But I get it, man. I get why they pushed it. I get why all outlets pushed it. She's a good fucking... They should just put pictures of her in swing states. And so many people who are like going in the booth for Biden will be like, wait a second, what, dude? Who the fuck? She should just be at the swing states being like, hey, I like Trump. And people will be like, holy shit. You look like a friend of mine. All the women, you look like a fucking friend of mine. Yeah, I don't know. I get it. I get why BuzzFeed was all over it and CNN and stuff, because she looked like a feminist. She looked like she should be in the other protest. Strange image. Very beautiful woman. I don't know. What's her number? Give me her phone number. Do you guys have it? The fuck was I talking about? Yeah, that protest, man. They stole my brother's joke, by the way. What a strange protest. Because some of the people in that protest were like, I saw this, there was this chubby kid who was holding a sign that was like, we demand haircuts. And he was smiling every time the camera showed him. And you could tell that he was just like trying to meme hard. You know what I'm saying? He's just like a young boy who's on Reddit too much. And he's trying to like be an edgelord. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to meme it up, dude. He's just trying to be a popular fucking face on the internet. That's all he's trying to do. Other people there, what the fuck are you doing? Also, here's the thing. How do you hold a COVID is fake sign? There was this guy holding a sign that said COVID is a hoax, and he was wearing a hazmat suit, goggles, and a face mask. You're trying to get me on board with COVID is a hoax, and yet you are taking every precaution. You're taking more precaution than me. Why would I believe it doesn't exist when you're in a hazmat suit, dude? You don't believe the sign you're holding. What the fuck? Also, cut your own hair, dude. If anyone is seriously demanding a haircut, cut your own hair. It's not that hard. There's tutorials online. YouTube exists. You can literally learn how to take an appendix out if you need to. I don't know if that's true, but it probably is. Get a haircut, dude. Cut your own hair. It's not that hard. Have a friend of yours cut it. Okay? Hit me up. I'll give you a haircut. Anyway. Yeah. A woman is beautiful. She is, man. That's the thing, dude. Too, man. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, wow, dude, that girl was fucking pretty. It worked, dude. That should be the campaign going forward. It should just be hot men. The Democrats should adopt that. Just have hot men holding hot Trump-supporting looking men holding fucking signs like that. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people, feminists and Democrats who secretly are like, oh, I'm attracted to the masculine man. Like, they want to admit it because it's not good for things that they say, but they do like a masculine man. Like, there's a lot of like hidden attraction happening because of people's political beliefs. And I think, like, there's a lot of like Trump supporter dudes who, like, if they saw a beautiful blonde woman who was voting for Biden, they'd be like, hey, maybe I'll go vote for Biden. It's true, dude. That's how simple and fucking stupid we are. If there was a fucking brolic fucking Jason Momoa dude holding a what's it called, Trump 2020 sign, there'd be women who were like, fuck, maybe I should vote Trump. Fuck Biden. He's a fucking rapist anyway. I'm going with the other guy who's also a sexual assault piece of shit. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. All I know is people can change their minds from attraction. Well, I guess not at the end of the day, because it didn't actually sway me. But that should be it. I don't know. The timer went off. I just made it so it didn't. Yeah, the camera's about to run out. All I'm saying is there are people who are attracted to things that they say they're not attracted to, and if you put the person who someone's attracted to on the opposite political party's poster, you might get some new voters, is what I'm saying. You're not going to get me, okay? But that woman was beautiful, but I'm not, guys. It didn't work, but no, it didn't. No, it didn't work. But anyway. Yeah. I love you guys. Hold on. What's up? I'm back. I can't end on that note. I can't end so abruptly on that note. No, all I'm saying is yeah. You guys know what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm confused. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah. That is a good idea, though, isn't it? Just attractive people. Isn't it weird how that works? Just like, hey, this attractive person likes this thing. Do you like it now? I mean, that works so much in dating in general of like, I don't know. It doesn't work, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm barely speaking right now. Do you guys do that? Are any of you dating chameleons? It doesn't work, man. Don't do that. If you're dating somebody, like the things you like. You know what I'm saying? It's fine to try things that your person likes, but you can't change who you are, because then it just becomes false, and then you just become a fucking shell of the person you actually are, and then the person who you're with doesn't respect you because they see through the fact that you just like things because they like them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, posters. I don't know. Who you guys voting for? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Anyway, why did I start this third fucking thing? Because what I was saying was very confusing, right? I don't know. I'm so lost right now. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Anyway, guys, what I wanted to say was you're awesome. I love you guys. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, for listening. You're great. If you find yourself being swayed from that Trump picture, remember the issues. Remember what you want to vote for. And don't be swayed by a beautiful face, okay? I know those Jason Momoa Trump posters are about to go out. And all you women who are voting Democrat, you watch out, dude, because you're going to be taken hold of just like I was from that fucking photo for a second. You got to stay strong and fucking vote for your beliefs, dude. Okay? Oh, man. I would love to see, like, Biden posters with, like, yeah, like I said, like a beautiful blonde woman who you're like, wait, isn't that a Trump supporter? Or like a brolic, super masculine dude who's like, I'm voting for Biden, bro. And then the people on Trump's side were like, wait, what's up? Why is he doing that? Maybe there's something going on with that guy. I don't know. Who cares? But I'm done with this politic conversation. Anyway. Dude, another 3-parter, huh? I keep doing these 3-part podcasts. Maybe the quarantine's just making me want to talk a little bit longer to you guys. I don't know, man. Who cares about the president, you know? Who cares? Who cares? It's fucked. It's all fucked anyway, right? We're all going to die. Maybe it's all over. I've been thinking about that. I don't believe that, but what if that's the case? You know? Maybe we all just die. We don't get to live as long anymore. You know, here's the thing. I think about things and they're not my actual thoughts. But they are my thoughts, you know? This sounded like that fucking of course but maybe bit from Louis. But it's like, I've been thinking a lot like, I don't know. Like, this pandemic's terrible, and we should quarantine, and we should social distance. But at the same time, a part of my being thinks maybe we're just not supposed to live that long. You know? Because we already live much longer than we used to. And the Earth is dying, or at least it's dying in a way where we can't live here anymore. Like, our climate... Shouldn't all climate change enthusiasts right now be happy about the pandemic? Because it is clearing pollution in LA right now. Like, the air is cleaner because of this pandemic. And also a major reason why climate change is fucked is because there's too many people. So, like, maybe this is... helping? I don't know. That's not what I believe. I don't believe that. I don't believe that the pandemic is good, and I would rather it not be happening. But part of me is like, I don't know. Maybe it's nature going, hey, you need to stop. There's too many you fucking people. You guys are fucking up my shit too much. A bunch of you have to go. I don't know, man. Maybe it's the rapture. Maybe it's the Lord taking people up to heaven. Who knows, dude? I don't have the answers. I'm just saying, my brain entertains a lot of possibilities that I don't believe, but it's fun to entertain them, you know? I don't know. It's also weird the people who are like talking about the quarantine in a way of like, because I'm saying that, right? But I'm also thinking, we got to follow the rules. We got to socially distance. But there are people who are like straight up like, fuck old people, let them die. Like, especially in the beginning, they were like, fuck the boomers, the boomer remover, right? But people say that like they don't understand that they're going to get old. Is that what it is? You're just so young that you don't understand that you're going to be a boomer, Whatever the word is, a millennialer, I guess millennial could become an insult when we're fucking old. But it's like, nah, it doesn't have the same ring to it. Okay, boomer. Okay, lennial. Okay, lentil. I don't know. I don't know what abbreviation young people will use to call me an old fuck. But what I'm saying is, if a pandemic happens when I am in the age range where it's time to go, I would want a lockdown, I don't get why people, and especially these people, because these are selfish, shitty fucking people. Like, these are people who are very much like, it's all about me. Like, if you're somebody who goes, like, if you say the boomer remover seriously and you're like, old people can fucking die, you're definitely somebody who doesn't give a fuck about anyone but yourself. And so, logically, when you get old enough to die from corona-type diseases, you're going to be like, wait, no, I want to live. You have to lock it all down for me. Don't you get it that the older version of you is the reason why the lockdown exists? Because they're like, we better lock down. I don't want to fucking die. The person. Oh, dude, I just figured something out. The person who is young going, oh, just let the old people die, are the same as the old people wearing masks, getting angry, going, why don't you have a fucking mask on? While they buy a fucking 30 rack and drink themselves to sleep. Dude, fuck you. And they don't get it too. They're the person who they're saying should die. Oh, isn't that crazy? That's true, man. The person who's saying boomers should die is the angry boomer who doesn't want to die. You're the same fucking person. You just haven't gotten old enough to know it yet. Anyway, whatever. Nothing I say makes sense, but I had a fun time talking to you guys. Yeah, this was fun. My dad loves Steven Seagal. I thought that woman was beautiful. And the fuck you boomers should die people are the old I don't want to die boomers. That's what we learned today. Have a good one, you guys. I got some more stuff coming out that you might be interested in. Some more videos coming up on Jake Letizia, that channel. And then I got maybe some other podcast type stuff that's not just me, but maybe some other people will show up in the podcast soon. I don't know. But I got some cool stuff coming that I'm excited for people to see. So, stay tuned. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit.